We are back on our series here discussing some common hitting flaws for amateur hitters. Today we are moving on to the forward move, which is kind of the second section of our swing talk here. Today we're talking about the hitting flaw called hanging back. Hanging back occurs when a player does not create adequate forward momentum by moving the center of mass forward during the forward move. Hanging back occurs often in hitters with excessive sway, but is one of the most common hitting flaws for amateurs. Lack of forward momentum is a flaw that will perhaps affect the most things that occur once the player is in his launch position. Again, this is something that 20 years ago, we had a lot of hitters who were too aggressive getting to their front side. That seems to have reversed the last 10, 15 years, especially where we get a lot more hitters who struggle to generate forward movement and become a little bit more athletic during their stride phase. Some characteristics of hanging back here as we watch a little video on the right here. And if you take a look, this is a lot of different types of hitters here, but a good visual of each of these hitters moving their center of mass about half a body length forward. If you watch their belt buckle and think about that as their center of mass, you're going to see a distinct forward move for the vast majority of hitters that play at this level, regardless of body type or type of hitter. A lot of the guys you'll see hanging back will have their weight stay overly stacked on their backside. We want to get into that backside. We also got to get out of it at some point and rotate into the front side. The biggest one we see is the center of mass never moves forward. And again, visually, you can take a look at your hitter's belt buckle and see if that moves forward. Again, player lands in what we call reverse posture. That's basically the shoulders and pelvis. They're tilted backwards. We want our hitters landing in what we call attacking posture, which is a little bit more forward of that, and again requires the center of mass to move slightly forward. Common results we see from guys who are hanging back. We get a lot of guys who will get underneath balls, especially at the top of the zone. They struggle to hit velo in that area as well. We get some rollovers to the left side. A lot of guys who end up hanging back spin off their back hip, which will cause rollovers, and a big inability to adjust to off-speed pitches here. Guys who are stuck on that backside will have a lot of issues staying in the zone long enough to make adjustments. Some common compensations we see with guys who hang back. Again, most common one is guys spin off of the back hip and do what we call over rotating, creating bad spin to the pull side part of the field in particular. It's also really inhibits your ability to work through the middle of the field. Hitters will lean back to try and create more space. Space is created through rotation into the front leg. If we're not doing that, the body often compensates by leaning back, as we saw in the first photo of this presentation. That's a little bit of a visual of what it looks like. And again, lastly, the inability to transition energy efficiently. We know the best hitters on the planet rotate into their front leg, and that's how energy is transferred up the kinetic chain. So if we are never able to put any weight into the front side due to hanging back, then we are not generating as much energy as possible as a hitter. This is what our video evaluation looks like when our player is at contact. If he has generated adequate forward momentum, we draw a line on the back of his foot at the start of his swing. And if he's generated forward momentum, generally speaking, that foot is going to end up on the plus side of that line. This hitter did not generate forward momentum adequately, so you're going to see that his back foot remains behind that line. Again, this is similar posture to what we saw in the first photograph, where the hitter is stuck back and trying to almost lean back a little bit to create more space here. Some of our corrective drills for hanging back. Again, a lot of these are going to exaggerate forward momentum. We do over PVC hesitation. This is a good drill for hitters to visually be able to see their body moving forward as we force our hitters to go over the PVC pipe and try and get to a more 50-50 position. A lot of hitters, again, were probably taught at a young age to land more 70-30 or 60-40. And again, the vast majority of hitters land closer to 50-50, where that belt buckle or center of mass moves them forward. Again, walk into is a drill that we do a lot with our players early on in the season, promotes a lot of good habits. In this case, particularly, it's forcing our hitter to feel that center of mass moving forward just with his footwork. In the samurai drill is another one that's exaggerated. Our player starts almost like a pitcher at the top of his leg lift here and then goes forward. And our players will often feel that they're probably going a little bit more forward than they want to. But that's a good drill to kind of get guys exaggerated and feel them getting out of that backside. So that is our presentation here for hanging back. Let's try and generate some more forward momentum, and we'll see you guys in the next video.